That's right. Microsoft Teams integration for the Elgato Stream Deck is here, really helping revolutionize those business meetings that I'm in every single day. And the Stream Deck is one of my favorite devices that I use for everything, including this recording right now. So let's check out this awesome integration that's available for Microsoft Teams and the Elgato Stream Deck. So tune in. Hey everyone, I'm James and I'm back today talking about one of my favorite devices and one of my favorite applications that I use every single day on my machine, which is the Elgato Stream Deck and Microsoft Teams. Now, Elgato Stream Deck is one of my favorite devices that I've been using for years at this point for all of my videos, all of my live streams, and so much more. In fact, I'm using it right now as we speak. So it's one of my favorite devices because it's a physical piece of hardware that you can fully customize different buttons on with different functionalities. Right now I'm using it to change scenes when I record, to turn on and off my lights, to hit record, and of course to do other things when I stream live, such as send out tweets and a bunch of other automations. But combined with Microsoft Teams and Elgato Stream Deck, you can now do all of your different hand raise emojis. You can send all those reaction emojis. You can mute yourself. You can end the call. You can do so much more directly from your little Elgato Stream Deck, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, if you're brand new to the Elgato Stream Deck, Elgato is a company that makes all sorts of different devices, including the Stream Deck. You can see here, there's a bunch of different versions, including the mini. I just have the standard. They have a mobile application. They have capture devices, cameras, microphones, so much more. I use a bunch of their stuff right now. Now, the Elgato Stream Deck's great. It usually integrates into OBS, but there's a lot of different features because you can integrate it with all sorts of different applications, productivity applications, lighting, audio, and so much more. There's all sorts of different setups that you can see and integrations because there's a third-party store where you can download different things, which is nice. Like I said, I'm using my Stream Deck right now. This is the desktop app. So this is like kind of what I see physically on my little Stream Deck down here. I have a few buttons. This is my recording profile, so it's not great. We'll take a look at a better one. But there's a few scene changes when I change scenes from me to this desktop. And then there's a record button. And then down over here, I have my mute button for my OBS microphone. I have a lighting button here, so I can actually turn off my lights. Whoa, turn them back on. I don't have to do anything. That's really nice. If I look at my stream here, we can see I have a bunch of different scenes. I have YouTube stats that come in, a hide computer button, my CPU usage. When I start a stream, it does a whole bunch of different actions, which is really cool. And what we see on the right-hand side here is all of the different integrations. So things like YouTube and multi-action, navigation, OBS Studio, Twitter, a whole bunch more. So these are all integrated. But there's also a store. So when you tap on this little button, you see it right here, this little button, extension store button, boom. We can see there's plugins, there's icons, there's sound effects, there's all sorts of different cool stuff that you can get. We want plugins, or we can go to anywhere in here and just type in Teams. And here is the Microsoft Teams extension. So it's a business tool, which is cool. Now, you of course have to have a specific, version of Microsoft Teams that's going to support this. I got to look at what plans are exactly. I don't know, put it in the show notes, the links to the official announcement on it. But I use it Teams at work every day. So I want to do things like raise my hand, do the emojis, mute my mic, do recordings, all this other stuff. So all I got to do is hit install the extension, and just like that, I have everything I need. Now for this, inside of Microsoft Teams, you will find an API. When you're in Teams, you'll see a little triple dot by your profile. You'll go to settings, privacy, and you'll see APIs. If you don't see that yet, then it hasn't rolled out specifically for you. And the blog post that came out said it's rolling out over this month of February 2023, I guess. Yeah, cool. So once I install that, let's create a new profile. And then here, if I scroll down, we see all the different integrations, and here are all of the Microsoft Teams ones. So we have things like leave call, mute, raise hand, reaction. Let's just put a raise hand one over here. And now what I'll see here is that there is a little lock on here, and that's because Microsoft Teams needs an API token. So I'm going to go ahead over and switch over to my work machine really quick. And we will go ahead and set it all up with my API key and join a call and do some sweet emoji reactions. So let's head over there. Okay, so here I am here in my work profile. This is what I normally see, but let's create a new one. So I'm going to create a new profile here. You can say new profile. There we go. I'm going to say it's my work profile. We'll change that around. And here there's a bunch of things in here, so we can see all of the different integrations. So some things that you might want to put in here, like I have an analog clock extension and my CPU usage extension. That's pretty nice. But down here, let's start to do the Teams integrations. So the first thing I'm going to do is add the mute button. And then I have my API key that I've already entered, so it is totally good to go. Now I'm going to blur all of these API keys out so you can't see them, but I've pasted it in. Now, like I saw earlier, you see that little lock until you hit the API token and hit enter. Let's do some other things, like I'm going to do my raise hand. Let's go ahead and do all the different reactions over here. I love it. There we go. And of course, I can see all of this on my Stream Deck as well, which is cool. So there's all my different emotes there. Raise hand. Let's put the leave button down here, maybe. My camera on and off. The leave button's a little scary, you know what I mean? When you're leaving, that's there. But let's put a blur background over here. And you just get all these great integrations, right? I don't need a record button, but I feel pretty good about that, which is nice. And you can put a little title on here too. So you could say this would be your leave, and then you'll see leave come up here. Obviously, this is raise hand. This would be turn on and off my camera and blur background, but in case I really want to leave it, it's there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and create a Teams meeting for myself so we can see that this is going to be my Stream Deck, but here is my call. So let's go ahead and turn on the camera. And the camera, I'm just going to point right here at this, which is cool. Let's see if I can straighten it out a little bit. There we go. It's kind of hard to see with the lights, but you'll get an idea. There we go. I'm going to hit join here. And what's cool about this is that now that we're in the meeting, that all these little things kind of light up. The lighting is kind of not great, but you kind of get the idea is that these little emotes line up. And when I tap on them, it sends it right into the meeting, which is so cool. Look at that. I can hit mute and you see my mute is there, which is amazing. I can blur my background, which again would be kind of cool. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I can raise my hand. There we go. And we're so much more. And when I'm done, I just hit the leave button. Bye-bye. Amazing. So this is like really, really neat. Of course, you can customize it exactly how you want and anything you want. It's just like that. So simple. All you got to do is go into your settings, privacy, grab that API token, and you're totally good to go. All right, there you have it. That is how to integrate Microsoft Teams and your Elgato Stream Deck together all in one. It is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I can't wait to use it all throughout the day and all throughout the year. I'm really excited for this integration. If you're like me and you liked the webinars and the meetings you're in, you're hitting the thumb up button to tell all your coworkers that you love it. Also, maybe share this video with them, show them how to set it up, and also jam that like button down there. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I put out a bunch of development blogs, how-to blogs, reviews, and a bunch more on all sorts of good things in development. I love it. I hope that you enjoy this integration and use it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's any other cool Stream Deck integrations you want me to cover, I'll do it here on my channel, whether it's for recording, for development, or a lot more. Anyways, I thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.